Okay, hi. I thought I should come on here and make this video because what I consider trivial and common sense facts, which are in fact facts, a lot of people don't know about. And the reason I see this is because I see so many workout ads and fitness ads on social media to make me believe that people are clueless. So this is going to be a long video, but if you at least watch it, you will know the truth about muscles, body types, athletics, cardiovascular health, and the dietary cycle of proteins, fats, carbs, and how your body metabolizes building muscle, burning energy, and storing fat. This is what I've come to learn after my whole life, 30 years. So, okay, there's genetics, right? But anybody can overcome genetics. Genetics only lasts you up to a certain age point and up to a certain threshold of your lifestyle choices. After that, you need to put in the work. And there's diet, there's sleep, there's unhealthy habits like smoking and alcohol and drugs. And then there's cardiovascular exercise. There's coordination, balance, technique, skills, and talent like athletics and sports. And then there's mass and muscle building and maintaining like lifting weights. So let's cover all those topics today. I'm just speaking off the top of my head. I got my little presentation in front of me, so I'm going to type in as I go along anything that I learn, that we learn together. Okay, so let's define who you are. So you either want to lose weight, you want to be ripped, or you want to be an athlete. Or you're middle-aged and want to maintain a healthy diet and lifestyle. So let's go over all of those. The strongest and healthiest physically and mentally people within these groups, out of all the people on planet Earth, strongest physically and mentally, maybe emotionally, are athletes. Because athletes go through so many different types of ranges of training. They compete, so they have a competitive spirit. They involve skill, technique, talent, tactics, and teamwork. When they perform, they need to be mentally and emotionally sound to perform at their best, maybe in front of a crowd, in front of an audience. Then for the actual body requirements, they need to have muscle and they need to be cardiovascular fit, which means they do a lot of cardio. So if you want to be an athlete, this video is not for you. Athlete is the highest level of advanced. So to be an athlete, you need to train 3, 4, 5 times a week, 1 game a week. You need to train in the off season. You need to be cardiovascular fit. You need to be talented and skillful. You need to have strong muscles. You need to have endurance. You need to have strength. You need to have flexibility to avoid injury. So many things going into an athlete, and they do this 3 or 4 times a week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade. Their whole lives they're training. I was an athlete. Whole life you're training. Now, you may not look like a bodybuilder. You don't have the biggest muscles, but you have the strongest muscles. The size of an athlete compared to how much power he can produce is more compared to the size of a bodybuilder and how much power he can produce. Because that's raw bulk, and this is raw skeletal strength, conditioning, endurance, speed, fast twitch muscles. You have fast twitch muscles, you have slow twitch muscles. Some you're born with, some you can develop. Athletes have much of fast twitch muscle and strong muscle fibers. So they don't need to be bulky, and they have low body fat. The one benefit that an athlete has is that they don't need to focus so much on their diet, only as much as the nutrition. Because if you're dieting, the main purpose is to lose body fat. But when you're doing all that exercise and training, there's no way you're going to have body fat. So you can eat whatever the hell you want, but you need to make sure you're going to be able to sleep, and your body's going to be able to recover, build muscle fibers, repair itself, and get the vitamins and nutrients that it needs to recover quickly and stay in peak form. So you need diet for nutrition, but absolutely you do not need it to stay in shape. You can eat candy, chocolate, ice cream, whatever the hell you want, 24 hours a day. It won't matter. There's no way you're going to get fat if you're an athlete. Now, what I said there was your body needs to recover. Every time you work out, every time you lift muscle, this is stuff I learned like 20 years ago. Your body is tearing apart its muscle fiber. Every time you lift weights, every time you do a push-up, every time you do a squat, your body is tearing apart the muscle fibers. And when you eat protein or drink protein with some carbs, with some sugars, it repairs, comes back stronger, and maybe even adds more muscle mass to it. So you get bigger, stronger, repaired muscles each time you work out and then recover. Your muscles don't grow when you're working out. Your muscles grow when you sleep and when you recover. There is a time, like after up to 1 hour to 2 hours after you work out, you want to get some protein inside of you, because that's the quick recovery time where your muscles are going to build immediately. And then there's a longer recovery time where your muscles build overnight and as you're resting. And it needs protein. You need multiple meals after working out. You need to eat 1 hour after, 4 hours after, 7 hours after. And sometimes not all of those meals are protein. The protein comes in one of those meals, and the rest of those meals are just sugar and fat. Just the carbs you need to build the muscle. If you are breaking down muscle and ripping your muscles apart by lifting weights, you need carbs. You need sugars. Just eating chocolate will not make you fat. It will be used to build up your muscle, especially in the days immediately following a workout. So, if you do a workout, 30 minutes, you need to eating chocolate and whatever, chocolate milk. Because if you eat pasta and bread and rice, Those are slow carbohydrates. Those are complex carbohydrates. That's part of a healthy diet. But after working out, you need quick sugar. You need carbohydrates like glucose and fructose, fruits, honey, juices, sugars. Those are ready to consume very quickly, and you need some electrolytes to replenish the sweat. So you get a recovery drink that has protein, sugars, honey, fruits, juices, protein powder, and electrolytes. None of that drink exists today, as I know. So if you're an entrepreneur interested in nutrition and fitness, make a drink like that. For some fucking odd reason, everybody is so proud of the fact they're selling you a dietary fitness nutrition product with advertising the things they've omitted. So they'll be like, this says 30 grams of protein, no sugar. This has healthy sugar, no fats, no protein. This has electrolytes, no calories, no protein, no sugar. I don't fucking get it. You're not fucking eating a steak dinner with your wife. You're doing a workout, possibly high intensity workout, like your life depended on it. You need all the proteins you can get, all the electrolytes you can get, all the fats in that from quality sources, sugars, quick, ready to consume sugars, vitamins, nutrients, minerals, electrolytes, proteins. Someone please make a drink like that and call it the Holy Grail miracle drink. You need more stuff in your drink. You don't need fucking... You're literally... If you just buy a drink with protein and no sugar, just eat a fucking chicken wing. Eat a chicken wing that has protein and no sugar. What the fuck's the point of buying a drink for? The chicken wing is more natural and healthier for you anyways than the protein drink. You need minerals, proteins, vitamins, all of that. You need more stuff, not less stuff. Man, it's so stupid. This is why I don't work out. So, when you work out, your muscles rip apart. You need to eat multiple times in the day, in the evening, in the night, and the following day. That's about it. There's no more to it. There's no more myths. Now, concerning diet, you want to try and not snack. So you can go longer periods of time I mentioned this in another video, but you can go longer periods of time without food. So if you wake up in the morning, you can skip breakfast. If it's in the evening, you can skip supper. Try to find when you have free time and when your body needs the energy to eat a full meal. And then skip out on the small snacks unless you need a quick hit of sugar every now and then. Quick drink, quick juice, soda, protein drink, and go longer stretches without food because it's healthy for you and you will manage your weight. That's all there is to diet. You don't need the more variety of healthy foods you eat, that's where your nutrients and minerals and supplements will come from. You don't need extra supplements because they cause kidney stones and different problems in your blood and stuff like that, unless you really need them by a doctor's orders. But if you eat a variety of foods, you can get eggs, meat, cheese, butter, fruit, vegetables, avocado, greens, broccoli, blueberries, milk, juice, whole grains, seeds and nuts, beans, rice, pasta, whole wheat, grains, oatmeal, cereals, bananas. Like if you eat all these different foods, fish, you're going to get a whole bunch of nutrients from food itself. and plenty of plain water. And if you eat a big meal, you won't have to snack in between. Because eating pretzels and chips and cookies and chocolates and candy, that adds extra fat with no dietary benefits and no working out benefits. Unless you've just done a workout and you had your protein drink, you ate a piece of chicken, you ate some eggs, you drank milk, you got your protein, and now you need the sugar to help you power that protein into muscle, then you can have cookies and sugars and snacks to not crash and to help your body have quick energy to recover the protein. But if you're not working out, then you want complex carbohydrates, rice. What's the difference between a complex carbohydrate and a simple carbohydrate? It's their cellular structure. A simple carbohydrate is one ring, one hexagon of glucose and fructose. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, whatever it's made out of. It's just one ring. A complex carbohydrate is a chain of rings in the atomic level. And then your body has to break off ring by ring to turn the complex carbohydrate, in fact, into a simple carbohydrate, one ring. Now, if you have a chain, your body needs more energy to convert it into simple, so you're going to get the energy slower, but it's going to last longer. So before you work out, you don't want to eat simple carbohydrates. You want a little bit of simple carbohydrates just to get you started. But you want a big meal of complex carbohydrates, because that's going to power you throughout your sport game, throughout your workout session, throughout your run, your match. Complex carbohydrate meal with protein and fat. That's going to last a long time. Your body's going to be able to go into overdrive after a couple of hours. You don't want just to be on coffee and chocolate and a protein bar. You need a nice chicken, pasta, rice, bread, whole wheats, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, beans, fish, eggs, cheese. If you don't have complex carbohydrates, you can have fats. Fats are kind of the same thing. They kind of operate the same way. They're not the same. Fats have more energy and are stored differently. But in terms of when your body needs the power immediately, it can access the fats or it can access the carbohydrates. It often does both at the same time. More carbohydrates than fats, but I'm not an expert on this, but I believe it's got to be true that your body is always burning both fats and carbohydrates at the same time. Not in the same proportions, but you are burning fats and carbohydrates at the same time. And if you don't have enough carbohydrates, your body will burn more fats. So if you don't eat enough carbs, you can eat cheese. You can eat whatever else fats. You can eat oil, cooking with oils in it. Fats from meats like steak and red meat and eggs. So you can get fats like that and get that for some longer term energy as well. And protein, because when you perform, your body's going to be breaking down muscle, and you want to be able to repair some muscle as it's being broken down, so you need some protein food ready to repair some muscle. Once again, athletes will be the most dominant body person out of anyone, but you can still look good if you work out and manage your diet a bit. So these things that I told you about was all diet. As for the working out, there's cardiovascular exercise, which is like heart rate goes up. So jogging, going on a treadmill, walking, boxing, playing a sport, running, riding a bike, swimming, going on an elliptical, jumping jacks, skipping rope. These are all cardiovascular exercises. Now, if you're just doing them in steady state, you're going to burn some calories. But if you keep doing that in steady state, you're going to burn muscle as well. Not your most strongest muscle and not your most important muscle, but you're not going to be able to get big. Like if I did cardio, I would be a lot smaller. My fat and my muscle would be less if I did cardio. But there's another type of cardio, which if you want to have big muscles and be ripped and shredded, it's called high interval intensity training. Basically, I'm going to summarize. You want to keep your sessions to 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. So 10, 12, 15, 18, or 20 minutes of cardio at a time in one day. And do it only 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week. And if you can combine it with range of motion, which will give you some stretching benefits, or some strength exercises, like if you skip with a weighted rope, you can put weights in this, you can get a weighted skipping rope. If you box, but heavy bag boxing, so you develop your core as you're rotating, and you flex your muscles, you build up muscles as you're delivering power punches. Or just dumbbell workouts or resistance bands where you squat, you change levels. So you squat, you push up, even involve a push up. So you're doing some cardio with push-ups, squats, jumping, pull-ups, resistance bands and weights, shoulders or back. So you're doing cardio at the same time testing your muscles. So that'll burn a lot of calories and build muscle at the same time. And the way you do this cardio is you go on and then off. So you go level 1 for 30 seconds. 60%, 30 seconds. 80%, 30 seconds. 100%, 15 seconds. 1 minute rest. That changes your heart level, and that will create more stamina, more endurance, more muscle ability, and burn more calories. And it's not steady state cardio, which can burn muscle as well. This will in fact build muscle and build endurance and burn calories. So it's changing the level. You go 30 seconds, 30%, 30 seconds, 60%, 30 seconds, 80%, 15 seconds, 100%, a minute rest. You do 3 cycles like that, and then you're done. What is an example of that? Some boxing, shadow boxing. So first, you put your hands behind your back, and you just dance. In and out, left and right, forwards and backwards, on the tip of your toes. Then you stand in place and you practice your punching, your form. Straight punches, uppercuts, hooks. Then you add in and out. In, punch, 1, 2, out. 1, 2, in, 1, 2, out, 1, 2. And then you go 100%, either standing still or on the tip of your toes, fast punches. You can do a squat, stretch up and down, do some shoulder rotations, do a jumping jack, do a squat, do some lunges, do a push-up. Have your dumbbells by your side. Pick up your dumbbells, rotate them, do some bicep curls, push-up, squat, lunge. Resistance band, dumbbells. Doesn't have to be a lot of weight. It's about the high intensity interval training, which is the cardio. But you're developing range of motion, you're burning fat. And what this does is after you finish working out, your body keeps burning calories for a long time with this type of training. You can just search on YouTube or Google high interval intensity training routines, and you can find a million different exercises. It's more fun and easier barrier to access than running outside, going for a walk outside, running on a treadmill, riding a bike, swimming in a pool. You don't need all this terrain. You can do it in a small little room like this room. Squats, lunges, dumbbells, shadow boxing, resistance band, push-ups, shoulders, jumping jacks, shadow dancing, lunges, squats, push-ups, high knees. So that high intensity training is what you can do, and it's a full workout. That's one workout. 12 minutes, you're done. That's for the day. You're done in 12 minutes. 3 minutes on, 1 minute off. 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, minute rest. 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, minute rest. 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, minute rest. Now, if you do these workouts at home, you're completely capable of doing these workouts at home. You don't even need dumbbells. I don't have dumbbells. You can find anything that's heavy and use that. You can find some books. You can use beer bottles, wine bottles. You can use a water bottle. You can use a milk bottle. You can use appliances, DVD players if you have that. Whatever the hell you can find that's heavy and that you can hold, you can use as a weight. And you only need it for your biceps, maybe your triceps. So biceps are this way. That's this muscle. Triceps are this way. That's that muscle. Shoulders, this way, this way. Back is here and here. It's when you start from here and you go up like that. Or you start like this and you go backwards like that. And you go squeeze at the top. So you go backwards like that. Then you have your chest push-ups, wide push-ups, narrow push-ups, diamond push-ups. You have your ab workouts. You have your thighs and your glutes and your ass muscles, which are all squats. And then you have calf raises. And that's every single muscle. And then you have forearms, just lifting a weight like that. And that's every muscle. And then you have your neck. So that's all the muscles. Calves, calf raises, squats, all the legs, abs, chest, push-ups, back, pull-ups, or lifting weights like this. Shoulders, lifting weights like this. Shoulders here, back here. Biceps, this way, this way, this way. Tricep, this way, this way. You can do dips. You go like this, and you go like that. That's a dip. So you just go like this, and you push yourself behind you. So that's the cardiovascular. Now, let's get to the lifting weights and building muscle. So if you play part-time sports or do part-time cardio, you may be strong, talented, skillful, and have a healthy heart, but you might not look the part because you don't have a lot of muscle mass. You'll be strong, very strong than other people, but you don't look it. So to build muscle mass, you need to lift heavy weights. And you don't even need to lift heavy weights. You can lift yourself. If you only weigh 100 pounds and you do a push-up where your hands are where your chest is and your elbows are in. So like this, your elbows are in, maybe a little bit out to the side, and your hands are where your chest is. And you start all the way up and you go down slowly. So when you release, you do it slower. This is how you build more muscle. And when you flex, you can go fast. So push up, you release, you go slowly. Keep in mind the hand position and the elbow position. You go slowly, chest touches the floor. Then you flex, you go up faster. Then you release slowly, chest touches the floor. Then you go faster. If you do that, and if you won't be able to do 10 of those, even if you weigh only 100 pounds. And if you are doing an exercise where you can't even do 10 of it, that is an exercise that's going to build a lot of muscle. So just from push-ups alone, you can do a diamond push-up like this. Chest touches the ground, slowly, and up, and slowly, and up. And then one of these, and then one wide one, slowly, and up. Change 3 times. You'll only be able to do 6 of them maximum. And you only weigh 100 pounds. You didn't need to do bench press. You didn't need to do chest press. You didn't need to do chest machine. You didn't need to do incline press. You didn't need to go to the gym. You didn't need 300 pounds weights. You didn't need a whole bell. You didn't need bench press. All you needed was a fucking push-up. Just your arms and your body. Straight body, straight back, straight legs, straight butt. Like this. Slowly, with the hand and elbow position, you will build up a chest and you will be able to bench press later on. If you repeat this for months, you'll be able to bench press just as much as anybody else can bench press. And you'll be as big as all of them. Because you are, in fact, benching 100 pounds. And you're doing it with slow release, with completely maximizing the muscles because of your arm and elbow position. If you do it like this, no. If you do it like this, no. But if you do it with the proper form, with the slow release, you are putting 100 pounds of your body weight onto the tiny muscle group that is the chest and the triceps. 100 pounds. So you're benching 100 pounds with perfect form. And then as you get bigger, like me, when I was 190 pounds, I could do 3 push-ups. Now I'm 230 pounds nearly. I can't even do 1 push-up. I break my wrist if I do a push-up. So I do half a push-up. I do an incline push-up. I do a push-up on a bench, like standing up push-up. Push-up off the wall. Push-up off a chair. Half a push-up. And that maybe puts 120 pounds of my weight into my chest and my arms. You can get a resistance band for shoulders and back. Remember, I mentioned all the muscles: back, chest, bicep, tricep, back, abs, legs, glutes, thighs, calves. So remember, each exercise you want to make sure the form is completely targeting the muscle. You're going to need some experience with that. And you want slow release, quick push, quick exertion, slow release. When you do a calf, you go up quick, you go down slowly. When you do a squat, you go up quicker, you go down slowly. When you do a pull-up, you go up quick, you go down slowly. It's the release that builds muscle as well. If you just go up and then just drop down, you're missing out. So you go up quickly and then you go down slowly. And you breathe as you go down. You breathe. Breathing builds muscle. Breathing repairs muscle. Oxygen on the exhale, not just on the inhale. Both of them are important. Exhale and inhale. But when you exhale, your muscles are tensing. And it's opposite. When you breathe in, the air goes to your lungs. But when you breathe out, the air goes to your body. And then just some little facts, like if you have muscle, it burns calories. So you can eat more. You can eat more crap, sugars and carbs and proteins and fats. And as you're sleeping, as you're walking, whatever you do, first of all, you'll weigh more. So you'll have more weight. So everything you do will require more calories. You will be eating more to maintain your muscle. Muscles weigh more than fat. So for a smaller person, you'll have bigger muscles and you'll weigh more than fat. And you will burn more muscle, more calories. So you will have a harder time getting fat. If you are fat, if you wanted to lose weight and you only built muscle, you would eventually burn off your fat just by doing muscle building exercises. Muscle strengthens your body. Your body uses muscle to support itself. It looks good. It burns off fat. And muscle is important. Now, if you're an athlete, you're not going to be able to sustain that muscle because you're going to be burning off a lot of excess weight. But you will be strong as fuck, for sure. But if you're not an athlete, you can be big and get a lot of muscle because you're not doing 29,000 hours of cardio a week. And then lastly, stretching. Stretching, the main ones are your this one, and then stand up, legs straight, and touch your toes. Legs apart, touch the ground. Then you have quad, calf, neck, back, shoulder rotations. Arms, neck, hand out, neck to the side, stretch down, hand out, neck to the side, stretch down. This way. And then a good one, this one, all the way up. Hit, look up, all the way down. Stand up straight. Look up, all the way down. and you got range of motion. Now, some more anonymous facts. If you come back to it, if you try and keep a steady diet, no matter how successful you are, and if you come back to stretching, exercising, high intensity interval training, and lifting weights, and you don't quit, no matter how successful you are, you will see progress as the months and years go by. And you will be able to sustain that progress because your diet is a form of habit. So it'll be easier to diet. Just like me, I mainly said it. I don't do any cardio or exercise that much, but I get more in shape a little bit, month by month, year by year. Year by year, I get, because I'm able to maintain certain dietary habits and certain exercise routines to a degree that I keep coming back to it, and it builds. And I was an athlete, so there's something called muscle memory. So I have muscle memory. Which helps you build muscle quicker. And that's it. You got high intensity. You got weights. Just remember, when you're building weights, if you can't do 10 of them, it's building mass. If you can do 15 to 20 reps, it's more toning and toning the muscle and maintaining the figure. And then you have plateaus. If you plateau, you need to just do it for a longer time, and you'll eventually break the plateau. Or you need to change your routine. You need to start doing drop sets. So like you do a really hard muscle, then you do less weight, and then you do less weight, and then you do no weight. And you do heavy weight, less weight, no weight. That's kind of the equivalent of high intensity interval training. So changing up the weights, changing up the exercises, changing up the order you do it. Start small, go heavy. Start heavy, go small. You need to change it up and stick with it for a long time. And you will eventually break the plateau. So the plateau is natural. But to break through the plateau, you need to stick with it for a longer time and give it patience and time. And don't quit. I mean, that's that. There's no secrets. You got to be consistent. You got to put a little bit of effort into diet. You got to have wisdom and knowledgeable about all this fact. It's natural. You know, when you're going to do a heavy workout or when you need to recover from a heavy workout, you need some sugars. You need meat and milk and protein. And you need some quick sugars to not crash. And then over the long run, you want to eat healthier. You want to eat complex carbohydrates. And you don't want to eat immediately after breakfast, or immediately dinner when you're going to go to bed, if you can. Or if you can hang around till 11 or 10 in the morning. Don't eat before your commute and then eat right after at lunch. So skip some meals, eat bigger meals, don't snack. Build muscle. Do low amounts of cardio with high intervals. And you don't even need to go to a gym. You can work out at home. You can find ways to generate weight. And you can do shadow boxing, squats, always squats, because squats work out your core. You can do abs. Squats work out your whole legs and your calves. You do a calf raise, a jump, and a squat. And that's your entire legs and your core. And then if you do heavy weights, you build muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat, and it burns more calories, and you are heavier, so doing your daily activities burns more muscle. Just breathing burns more muscle. burns more calories. It's all natural. So now you have the wisdom, and you just gotta apply some effort. Even if you apply a little bit of effort, and you keep coming back to it, you're gonna naturally get more in shape and look better and be more fit and stronger and healthier as the years go by, instead of becoming less healthier. Now, once again, this guide is not for an athlete. An athlete is the motherfucking extreme. This guide is no point even for an athlete other than some background research. But if you're just some regular old dude, instead of getting less healthy, you can get more healthy by fixing little tweaks to your diet, little tweaks to your exercise routine. Going to a gym is fun. You're around people that are there for the same purpose. You got the music, you got the fancy equipment, you got the heavy weights that you need right there, so you don't gotta do a fucking cartwheel and push up and pull up. You can just lift some dumbbells and use a machine, and the machine tells you right on it what the fuck it does, which muscle group it targets. So going to a gym is fun. But if you can't afford it and you don't have the time, you can do everything, absolutely everything at your home. By investing in a resistance band, invest in some dumbbells, invest in a pull-up machine, pull-up bar, use body weights, boxing, squats, put a backpack on, fill it with books. There's your squat weight. That's what I used to do. Get a suitcase with books and documents, and you lift that up and you lift it overhead. So you're doing shoulders, back, and you squat with it. So you squat, lift up the suitcase, and then you do this way. You lift it up over there. So you rotate the core, and you do the back, and then you lift up like that, and you do a squat and you lift it up, and like you can do everything you need at home. Gym is more fun, but if you don't have the time or the convenience or the money, you can do everything you need at home. Running is more fun sometimes when the weather is nice, or when it's rainy, or when you got the mood right to go for a run or a bicycle ride or a swim, but it's not necessary. You can do squats, jumping jacks, shadow boxing, skipping, high knees, squats, lunges, high interval training, which will train you just as much as going for a run. Maybe you won't be able to sustain the heart rate at the same level for that amount of time, but that's not the point. The point is you go 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, break. Whereas when you go for a run or a swim or a bike ride, your heart rate's at 180 for 1 hour. You're not going to get that inside your little room, but you can achieve something else. Okay, so that was the workout plan. Secrets to working out. That's the knowledge behind it. Now you need to put some effort. It's not that hard, and you can see results as the time goes on. For me personally, I go walking, I do some stretching and some interval training, and I do some weights. Little bit, and some diet. A little bit of those 5 things, and I'm okay. So good luck. Share this video with a friend. stay vigilant, stay deceptive, be speedy and strong. Roger that.